you probably get this one a lot, but I see it come up quite often. So I'd love to get your take on it. It's around accents, right? And it's that thing of, if I'm playing a role or I'm coming into audition for a role where the accent is different to my actual personal accent, do you prefer for us to come in as us or come in with the accent of the character from the get-go? What's your take on it?
You are a person much more than you are an actor after we've hired you.
What? What?
The, the
Don't
time
say this. What are you talking about?
on set, in the rehearsal room, backstage, we're going to meet you as a person 10 times the time we're going to see you as an actor. So I want to know the person we're hiring before the actor we're hiring. So I don't want you to come in character, because I'm not going to get to know you. It's going to be off-putting. I want to be able to connect with you as like a professional human being. Are you a professional that I want to collaborate with? Cool. That's going to be you, the person, not you in your performance. So I'm all for you come in as you, and then you can begin your performance. Now, I'll take the accent question off on a tangent because I've been asked this a bunch, especially as of late. Are accents a problem? No, accents are never a problem. Your authentic self is wonderful and who you are is great. However, if the accent's going to cause a disconnect in the narrative for the audience, one that they won't be able to reconcile, that can become a problem in our storytelling. So making sure that the person you are portraying narratively, like it tracks, is important. So if we're telling a narrative about, like Plot Against America is a series that we're watching right now at home, and it's all about World War II, New York, New Jersey, Brooklyn, that situation. So if someone came out with a really thick Australian accent in the middle of that scene, it would be very, very jarring if it was never addressed in the narrative as to what's this person
Sure.
with an Australian background doing in like a Jewish community in Brooklyn. It would be very distracting to the storytelling. So if you are a native Australian actor, you may be asked to come up with either a neutral accent or an accent that actually makes sense with the storytelling in this narrative.
Sure.
So that's where what we're hearing, we need to make sure isn't going to cause the audience to have a disconnect.
Sure. But you as Australian actor comes into the room as Australian person first, not
Yes,
as
person.
exactly. It's crazy though, because like you said, you get it a lot, and the number of times that I've seen it and had it on with other guests, it seems to be this thing that is in a lot of people's minds, and I think it happens a lot to a lot of British actors who want to come out to the States. I think have this thing, or maybe you've been told this in the past, where you need to have a perfect American. You need to make sure that people see you as though you can do a spotless American. So don't let them know that you're British. And I can kind of
Look, yes, you need to have a spotless American accent, because when you're reading the sides, I need to not be like, why is there a British person reading these sides set in Plot Against America?
sure,
We're not naive. I have a pretty good ear. If it's not perfect in the sides, I'll hear it, whether or not you told me you were British. Like, I will always be like, so where are you from? Because I'll hear it, because I'm an audience member too, right? Like,
sure.
I'm going to listen the way my audience is going to listen, and then be like, that's not how you say that word. That came out odd. I'll hear it. And so if you have an impeccable accent, it doesn't matter if you told me you were British to start or not, because I still need to have an impeccable American accent if the scene calls for it. And all you're doing is delaying me knowing that your accent's not impeccable. But if
Yeah,
it's impeccable, who cares? Who cares how you said hello? I'm still expecting the same exact result in your scene work. You're not fooling me. I'm not gonna hear it, because I'll hear it. Like, something in my head will be like, that's an odd pronunciation for that word. Where are you from?